I posted a few days ago about beauty berries and the different uses that they have. I should not be talking on the phone or making a video as I'm climbing over barbed wire. But anyways, down there in the very back, if you see it, a couple of big trees, and there's some beauty berry bushes growing back there. So I'm going to run back there and pick some beauty berries, show you what they look like actually on the plant, you know, live, kind of how they grow, where you can find them at, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I shouldn't be on the making a video probably one-handed as I'm trying to climb over barbed wire, but hey, I'm a wiggly, that's what I do. So I'm gonna hit pause for a second. You're not gonna walk with me all the way down to the pasture to the tree, and I'll catch back up in a second. I'll run you over to the pond real quick. This is actually the property where my greenhouses are going. Of course, I got this pond down here, so I've got access to plenty of water. Alright, back to beauty berry bush hunting. Alright, so we're pretty much to the bushes. They're it's a deciduous plant, which means it's going to drop its leaves in the fall and winter. But you can see get a little bit closer to it there. Some people will mix this up with pokeberries. The difference is, they're not all clustered together. The berries are clustered at each leaf node, and they'll have their leaves will be staggered. Be one to each side. I just keep knocking leaves off. Point is, the leaves are going to each side. Every other leaf. And that actually looks like it might have been some amaranth. So all I'm going to do, take my little bucket, see if I can't do this one-handed. Now I'm not going to actually take the branch off. I'm just going to run my hands down the So I'm going to take a little break here. I'm going to pick some, and then I'll show you what some of them look like up close. Alright, there's just a few. Yeah, I've got some leaves in there, but it's no big deal to get those out. They're dead, they're dried up, they're really lightweight. So I can just dump these out on a plate, just blow on them, and any of the extra little shrapnel, organic pieces, leaves, trash or whatever, they'll just blow out and the berries will stay. Now these berries should all have seeds in them, and of course I'll be using those to because I seed store. I'm not done yet. I'm just I don't want this to be a 15-minute long video. I can ramble. So I just want to show you where they grow, kind of how they grow. I got a bandit that decided to follow me down here. Are you a good boy, Bandit? So I am sometimes. It's under a really big oak tree. They go, just look for the, kind of magenta, pinkish purple berries. They go all the way around the tree. There's actually a whole lot of them over here. Can't even imagine how many snakes we probably already walked by and not seen. Oh, and look at that big old log there. That bad boy is going to become compost. Look at all that beautiful moss. Oh, I love it. And is this a yucca? I love getting out and exploring. I think it's a yucca. Well, no. The leaves aren't, while they are pointy, they're not stiff enough. Yuccas are usually a lot more stiff than that. It may be a type of Dracaena. I'll have to go back and look later. Oh, and there's more berry beauties over there. So anyways, you can kind of see where they're growing at. You don't see them growing anywhere out here in the field. Well, because the field was just bush hogged, so it wouldn't matter anyways. But you don't see them growing out here in the field because they don't. They're birds really like them, so when they eat them, their seeds, are going to, of course, fall when they're flying. But birds nest in trees. They do their poop, and the seeds fall down all around the tree. So you get lots of beautyberry bushes. I'm actually surprised that there's this many berries still left on these. It's a favorite among birds. Birds and squirrels, anything really that gets out and eats this kind of stuff. Especially with it being, it gets colder and colder. I will leave some on the plant because it's an easy place for critters to find food in the wintertime. Because these berries will stay on even until, wintertime. But they grow well in shade. What'd you find, Bandit? They grow good in the shade. Drought conditions, wet conditions, it don't matter. And there's Anthony walking down. Alright guys, welcome back. It's quite a bit later on the same night where I was picking the beauty berries earlier today. I just wanted to show you what I've got picked. And if you see mess in the house, I'm in my brother's kitchen right now. They're still in the process of moving in. So there's stuff literally everywhere. Anyway, so I'm gonna, let's cheer up and sit down. Alright, so I've got berries laid on top of the tub here that I'm using. I set them up there to separate them out, and then I pull the leaves off of them and then run my hands down the stems to free up the berries. So I've got a few berries. That's definitely enough to make actually a couple of jars of jelly. I'm not sure if that's what I'm going to do with them for sure, but I'll pull some out here. You can see them in my hand. They're little bitty things. I'm still going to do some more processing with them. Get some of the sticks and the pieces of leaves, just to, wouldn't quite call it chaff, but similar. See, there's a leaf. Anyway, so just take a stalk, start at the end that was farthest away from the plant, and then you just go down it. You would hold it with one hand, and let's see how ugly I can make this. My apologies, folks, this is awful. Point being, I didn't get them all off. I'll come back and get those later. But I do have a bunch of beauty berries. If you've never had one before, they're kind of compare them to cranberries. They got kind of a tart taste, like a bitter aftertaste. You can of course mix them with sugar. There's lots of different ways you can eat them. You can eat them raw. Some people say they've kind of got an astringent. Well, they're not. They don't kinda. They do if they're not all the way right. And these probably could have stood to stay on the tree for a little while longer, on the bush a little while longer. But I took advantage of the chance while I was out here. to collect these. And of course, all of them have, they usually have just one seed to them. I'll take those seeds, like always, I'm always saving seeds. So I'll take those seeds and I'll, plant new berry bush or new beauty berry bushes, and of course have those for sale and the following year in spring into early summer of 2020. So I think that's about it. If you've got any questions about beauty berries, beauty berry bush, growing beauty berry bushes, that's a lot of bees. Just leave me a question in the comments. Jump over to the Facebook page for Midnight Farms. And I'm Matt, Midnight Farmer, and I'll catch you in the next video.